Dear, I am glad you finally got this. Archangel Michael says I have been waiting a week to tell you this. I promise, you will cry when you hear my words. But hurry up. This message will disappear in a few seconds. This is my wish. My beloved, something beautiful is on the horizon for you. Even if your eyes are still adjusting from the dark corners you've had to sit in, even if your heart still carries remnants of disappointment or delay, know this, you are walking toward a season that will feel like home. This next chapter is not just a continuation, it is a return to peace, a rise into favor, and a journey toward fulfillment. What's ahead of you is not merely a blessing, it is a divine restoration of everything that once seemed lost, out of reach, or hidden behind closed doors. You didn't give up when it would be been easy to. You didn't throw in the towel when the world said you should. You pressed forward when your strength was low and your answers were few. You remained faithful when clarity was cloudy. And I have seen it all. I have watched over you through every test, every delay, and every silent night when your tears spoke louder than words. I heard your whisper prayers and I held every single one. And now your reward is coming. This next season is more than just breakthrough. It is a homecoming. You are coming back to yourself. Back to joy. Back to clarity. Back to alignment. The version of you that was always meant to flourish is awakening. This is your divine reintroduction, and everything that once tried to break you will now witness the grace that is rebuilding you. You're not just entering a new chapter. You're walking into the promise of restoration, recompense, and radiant beauty. I know you felt like the wait would never end. I know it felt like everyone else was being accelerated while you were being refined. But what you couldn't see in the waiting was that I was preparing something weighty, something worthy, something divine. I was preparing a blessing that matches your capacity, a door that fits your purpose, and relationships that mirror your heart. You weren't forgotten. You were being preserved for something greater than what you were praying for. There's a sacred unraveling happening. The things that didn't make sense before will suddenly begin to align. You'll see how every no redirected you. How every delay protected you. How every heartbreak emptied you of what couldn't stay so I could fill you with what was always meant for you. Nothing you lost was ever part of your promise. And nothing that's coming will need to be forced or chased, it will fit, flow, and flourish naturally in your life. You've passed the test of silent seasons. And now, heaven is declaring, it's time to bloom. You're stepping into divine timing. You're crossing a threshold of long-awaited change. You're about to walk into rooms you once felt unworthy to enter. You'll soon find yourself welcomed into places you once thought were reserved for others. But what you didn't realize is that your journey wasn't about proving your worth, it was about being prepared for what your spirit was destined to carry. This next chapter won't look like your past. You've grown too much to fit into the spaces that once defined you. That version of you who settled, who questioned, who hesitated, they're being gently laid to rest. And in their place rises a soul clothed in courage, wisdom, and undeniable peace. You've shed layers. You've made room. And now the harvest that has your name on it is about to arrive, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. You don't need to strive anymore. You don't need to prove or perform. All that's required now is your receptivity. This is the season where your only job is to receive what is already yours. What you've been asking for is already in motion. What you've been seeking is seeking you. The universe is aligning circumstances, hearts, and divine appointments in your favor. Heaven has not overlooked your dedication. Something beautiful is being born out of your obedience. And I need you to know, the beauty that's coming isn't shallow or fleeting, it's deep, it's lasting, and it's drenched in meaning. You are about to see the kind of joy that doesn't just visit, it stays. You are about to feel the kind of peace that doesn't just settle you, it transforms you. There will be tangible signs. Doors will open effortlessly. Messages will arrive at the exact moment you need them. People who carry answers to your prayers will show up as divine connections. And your soul will know this is it. This is the shift I've been waiting for. This is the fulfillment of promises I almost gave up on. No more wandering. No more wondering. No more weary waiting. Your faithful dedication has activated a divine release. Even when you doubted yourself, you never truly walked away from the vision I placed in you. You've returned to it over and over. You've trusted in silence. You've praised through pressure. And I have not ignored your perseverance. I saw the tears behind your smile. I witnessed the prayers whispered through clenched teeth. I watched you choose light when darkness offered you comfort. And now, I'm responding. The winds are shifting. The old story is over. Your identity is being renewed. You are no longer the struggler, you are the strategic vessel of favor. You are no longer the one waiting for a seat, you are being handed the keys. You are no longer the one who watches others rise, you are stepping into your elevation. This is a full circle moment. Everything is coming together. It won't just be good, it will be God ordained. You'll begin to feel your spirit relax into rest. You'll begin to feel your mind lighten. You'll begin to recognize yourself again, not as who you had to be to survive, but who you were always created to become. The relationships coming into your life will mirror your healed heart. The opportunities unfolding will require no compromising of your peace. The resources being released will meet needs you haven't even spoken aloud. You are returning to sacred alignment. You are coming back to joy, wholeness, and purpose. And it will feel like home. You've walked through fire, but now you'll walk in favor. You've faced rejection, but now you'll receive divine recognition. You've been delayed, but now you'll be divinely accelerated. The pain that once shaped your days will no longer have the final word. Grace has stepped in. Glory has spoken. And heaven has decreed, it is time. Your new story begins not because you demanded it, but because you prepared for it. Your life is shifting because your soul stayed surrendered when others would have grown bitter. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are not behind. You are being aligned. And in this sacred alignment, beauty will blossom, and peace will pour out like oil. Everything that's been kept in divine storage for you, the love, the opportunities, the joy, the financial release, the healing, the friendships, it's all being delivered now. And not just in trickles but in abundance. The chapter ahead is not just about arrival, it's about embodiment. It's about becoming. It's about owning your light in ways you never dared before. You're not here to shrink. You're here to rise. You're not here to be silenced, you're here to sing, to speak, to stand. This is your reclamation season. Everything that fear tried to steal, you will recover. Everything the enemy tried to twist, you will restore. Everything that seemed wasted will be turned into wisdom. What once felt like punishment will now be revealed as preparation. And what you thought would never arrive will now knock gently and say, I've been waiting for you, too. This is sacred. This is divine. This is homecoming. And yes, it will feel like everything you've ever prayed for. Even more than that, it will feel like you. Welcome to the chapter you didn't see coming. Welcome to the season your soul's been quietly preparing for. Welcome to beauty for ashes. Welcome to joy after mourning. Welcome to divine alignment. Welcome, home.